Two fashion designers taking major heat tonight for creating school shooting hoodies. Brick Owens and Dewey Coutures of Beastroy created the hoodies with the names of schools targeted in some of the worst mass shootings in U.S. history. Columbine, Virginia Tech, and Sandy Hook displayed on the hoodies riddled with what looked like bullet holes. The hoodies first appeared during New York's Fashion Week, revealed on the company's Instagram page. Thousands responded, calling the hoodies horrific, absolutely horrible, though some praised the men for calling attention to the issue of gun violence. Beastroy initially didn't plan on selling the hoodies, but apparently they are reconsidering. Joining me now is Lori Alhadeff. Her daughter Alyssa was killed in the Parkland, Florida shooting. Lori, welcome to Chasing News. First of all, my sincere condolences for the loss of your daughter. I don't know how you get through every day.
Hi, thank you.
Let me ask you, do you think there is any valid point about someone getting out there, their free expression, and saying, look, if it was just artistic? It seems to me, at least according to the company, they had a point that they were trying to make. Do you think there is any way to make an appropriate point, but in your opinion, this one just missed?
Yeah, it absolutely missed. Instead, they're glorifying these shootings and drawing more attention to them. And unfortunately, we have kids that are looking at all the attention, want to become famous, and have a sweatshirt named after a school that they shoot up. And it's distasteful, disgusting, and it's just wrong.
Do you think that parents should consider boycotting the company altogether if they go ahead and sell these T-shirts?
Absolutely. Parents need to be aware of what they're buying for their child. They can't just give their child a credit card to go to the mall and not even be aware that they're going to come home with a sweatshirt with bullet holes in them.
All right, Lori, thank you so much for joining me tonight. I really appreciate the time.
Thank you.
We reached out to the designers at Beastroy, but we have not heard back. All right, let's bring back tonight's A-plus panel, Afia Yunus and Matt Rooney. Afia, I'll start with you on this. I mean, you can't talk to the mom and not feel compelled to have a little bit of outrage that this is about as insensitive as it gets.
Yeah, and I didn't have to hear her talk to have the outrage. I mean, when I saw this, to me, it's like the worst form of exploitation of pain. To me, it just seemed very distasteful, and it's clickbait at its worst.
Matt, do you agree with that? I mean, look, capitalism at some level does work, and if people are that offended, they won't buy it. I can't help but notice a ton of hipsters and millennials walking around with a hammer and sickle on T-shirts and sweatshirts, and the communists have killed tens of millions.
Stupidity comes in many shapes and forms, doesn't it? And we're seeing a lot of it in the current generation. Look, obviously, I'm a capitalist. I believe in free speech. Within reason, we shouldn't be telling private companies what they can sell. But I think too often in this day and age, we forget that kids are not adults. They're still learning how to use free speech responsibly. So you're not, as a student, as a parent, as a teacher, as somebody that's responsible for these kids at school, you're not doing them a disservice by telling them, hey, this is a stupid use of your free speech. You're hurting people. This isn't appropriate.
Well, I would like to take a step back. I don't like using normative terms on free speech. I think people should be able to express themselves whether you think it's stupid or I think it's stupid.
So what about the artistic expression? I mean, is there reason for outrage, or do they have a legitimate point to make that this is, unfortunately and sadly, a part of our culture?
I don't think this is artistic expression. This is shock jock. This is exploitation hiding behind the guise of artistic impression. I think the victim's mother said it very well. They were trying to get attention, and they've certainly gotten it.
All right. Thank you, guys.